Hello, my name is Dan Johnson and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about why I understand the plans of Chris Chibnall. Obviously I don't, and this is basically my mind wandering and hoping that we get something cool from everything that is confusing about Doctor Who at the minute. And, you know, who's to say, it might actually be true because, you know, we have things such as the Timeless Children now, and I don't think anyone ever predicted that. My idea is that the 14th Doctor is actually the Ruth Doctor. Okay, now you're gonna have to bear with me here. So we know that she can't be pre-Hartnell because if she was, then she wouldn't have a police box as a TARDIS. It must be the case that she must be after Hartnell, or, you know, it's just too big of a coincidence for the police box to be a police box if the TARDIS is not actually broken in terms of its chameleon circuit yet. And with the rules of the Timeless Children, regeneration can now be just a thing that happens in every episode. Now, obviously, this would be the worst idea that Chris Chibnall would ever come up with, but the Doctor's regeneration could be taken as flimsy as you can regenerate 6 times an episode. Obviously, it'd be terrible for like canon and like actually caring about Doctors, because then you wouldn't have that connection to the new Doctor and everything like that. There'd be like loads of Doctors that appear for like 10 seconds. Missy has like a good side, and that's called the Luminat. What if the next regeneration was sort of forced in a, you know, contrived way with sort of Timeless Children, Gallifrey kind of division stuff, and then at that point she was forced to regenerate into the Ruth Doctor with her mind wiped. And she regenerates into the next Doctor. This Doctor is like a punishment Doctor almost. This Doctor is like everything that the Doctor hates. She's got things that the 13th Doctor doesn't have, such as guns and good writing, and a broken moral code. And maybe the BBC is really upset, and that's why they don't want to comment on the recent rumours that they're doing this sort of regeneration plotline or something like that as like the cliffhanger to the series, for example. If they're doing that, then they put the Ruth Doctor in, which means that they kind of have this series or whatever, however they do it. I don't know how you'd even execute this. But I mean, we've had weirder stories. That you could have the Ruth Doctor then used and as like the Doctor's bad side. You could say that that is the War Doctor. Well, Chris Chibnall has nicked ideas and used them in his episodes before, such as the Battle of Ranskoor A Colossus, when he used the whole stealing planets thing to like build a weapon or something like that. In that episode, it's similar to Journey's End. So I think that Jodie actually hasn't finished her time as the Doctor, though. We know that like past regenerations and coming back to old regenerations is possible. We've seen it with things such as the Curator. Don't know quite sure whether that's considered canon, but I believe it is. Now that we have unlimited regenerations, well, a number of regenerations, God knows how many, it's possible that the Doctor could then be forced or choose then to regenerate back into the 13th Doctor, or even possibly into the 15th. This would make every single canon thing a complete mess. My dog thought she'd have a go at like a cat that was just sitting outside. Don't know with Chibnall. We know that he has a plan, but that plan could be misguided and bonkers and really ruin things. I mean, I quite like it. I quite like the idea that the Ruth Doctor is like an amalgamation of the bad stuff that 13 keeps deep within. What do you think? I like the idea, but it has some issues that I think could ruin things such as canon and everything like that. But canon is never particularly secure in Doctor Who anyway, because, you know, we've had, you know, we have 12 regenerations, right? But obviously there were other regenerations within that. So there was a Meta-Crisis Doctor. There was a like a couple of fake regenerations from Capaldi. We have the War Doctor. So really, you know, when you think about it, the 13th Doctor is actually the 14th Doctor because of War in terms of chronological order, but then also in terms of like actual naming. But anyway, that is all I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you are new. Plenty more videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. I'm planning to talk about the dreaded Timeless Children. Forging the Cybermen Part 2 is also on the way. A series of my fan-made Doctor Who episodes are on the way. The remaining episodes of my Lego series are on the way. It's quite busy, to be honest. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon.